I guess I'll just start over here at my right, since Marisa is my lone right winger, and then I'll go down over here to the left. So Marisa Treviño, she is the founder of Latinalista, and she is used to be a journalist, and now is a blogger, still doing journalism. And she's amazing. I mean, she's a super resource for our community, has been very supportive of the work that our community is doing locally and nationally, has been so helpful to other bloggers of color and other Latino, Hispanic, Mexicano bloggers, Tejano bloggers who have been trying to get some exposure and have their stories read by more mainstream audiences. As a result of her, actually, a couple of us bloggers, XP, I want to acknowledge, he's in the room, he's one of the founders of the Sanctuary, along with myself and Marisa, and through her help, we were able to bring attention to a questionnaire that we did to the presidential candidates, to CNN, and to other major traditional outlets because of her blogging and because she's followed so closely by those other traditional journalist sources. And so it's really an honor to have her here. She's also a Tejana, so we have, she drove down to be with us here today, and she'll share a little bit more about herself and her background as well in a second. So Marcos is phenomenal. Marcos is actually, a lot of you have probably heard, in a lot of ways, he's the father of this blogging world that we're seeing as it relates to politics. And a lot of people credit him as that, and I definitely see it.
You're wrong, but...
This is a very modest panel, you will find. They correct me when I try and sing their praise. But so Marcos actually has a very interesting history. He started political blogging really through the Daily Post, and in that time when he started, blogging wasn't as widespread as it is now. It was really a new space, and he was pivotal with also political campaigns, bringing forward their message through blogging and through the net roots. And he harnessed this amazing group of bloggers through contributors that he has at his site at the Daily Post. And they do now this yearly conference called the Yearly Post, and they meet in person, and it's huge. I mean, you have all these amazing bloggers, and they're all colors, and they're all ages, and it's really interesting, and they're all over the nation. And the unifying force for them, to the best of my understanding, is their progressive politics and the passion that they have around their progressive politics and their blogging. And so that happens through the Daily Post. And he's also been a leader that's been on television. He's spoken on several instances in different news outlets about issues that are affecting the political geography and also the net roots, as it's called, which I think you might have even coined, no? Okay, your partner. Okay, so we're really privileged to get to have Marcos with us, and it's really an honor and great to have you here, so thank you. And Marcos is half Latino, so he's una combinación interesante. So it's really, it's an honor and privilege to have him here. So Deanne is awesome as well. She's super involved. I'm so, you can see, I sing the praises of these folks. I love them, and I really am so excited that we have them here with us. So I actually met her through WAM, Women Action in Media. We went to, it was a meeting in Chicago that WAM was having in order to bring together women who are involved in the media to support the organization and figure out how we can create the infrastructure to really support this national organization moving forward. And when I heard about the great work that she was doing here in Texas, it was so exciting. She shared with me locally in the community how there's a whole growing group of people who are doing some amazing work in technology and helping the community and really making a difference in that space. And so when she told me all about that, I thought, oh my gosh, this would be perfect for this panel, because she can make it very real. You know, she'll be able to talk about how she actually is empowering the community through technology to be able to make a difference in the census and the network. And as also a Texan, she'll be able to speak very specifically to this audience and to what's going on in Texas. And Julie Diaz-Asper is a businesswoman, and she is one of my teammates. She's one of the 6 Latinas that helped to put together the Latinos in Social Media Conference in Washington, D.C. The Latinos in Social Media, the organization that I'm with, we've done conferences throughout the nation, one in New York, one in Florida, and one in D.C., to raise to raise the profile of Latino leaders in technology, and so people know that we're out there, that we exist, and 2, so that we can share and network and be able to grow and learn ourselves each other. And so she helped to organize an event with over 100 people in Washington, D.C., which included Latino leaders in technology, also included some folks from the private industry, from the nonprofit sector, and it was a very, very successful event and really exciting. She also is a businesswoman. She's creating an iPhone application, and she does consulting with some private corporations as well as with some nonprofits, like the AARP, with Turner as well, and so she brings a lot to the table, and her work is not only with the Latino community, but with other communities as well, but she's very passionate about the Latino community. Her daughters are half Latina, and so they're the most adorable young ladies. Very
mine is.
Okay, yes, yours is adorable. I'll let you guys duke it out there, and they're all.
I got pictures to prove it.
Yes, Marcus has beautiful children and a gorgeous wife. But I met them when she brought them to the She's Geeky conference in Washington, D.C., and it was so funny because the star of the show was actually her daughter, who turned around and with a flip camera went around interviewing all the women technologists at She's Geeky and asking them, what do you do and how do you do it and how can I do it, basically. And it was beautiful. It was really great.
Okay, I admit that's pretty cute.
And the other day, I asked her if she could do some iPhone reviews for me, and she said, yes, Mom, you're not paying me very much, but I think the exposure would be a good opportunity.